Hello everyone, today we are breaking down the promo pictures for Episode 8, Season 2 of House of the Dragon. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. The first picture we see is of Aegon and Larys Strong. Aegon looks better, he seems to be recovering from his injuries at least a little bit. He is sitting up now, which is a good sign. His leg still has to be elevated, so it still must be messed up. He will probably walk with a limp for the rest of his life. He does, however, have a 1,000-yard stare going on, so he may not all be there mentally yet. Larys has been trying to help Aegon since he has been bedridden. He's been giving instructions to the Maester, no more milk of the poppy, and getting him to walk around with a cane to help him recover his strength. Milk of the poppy is like pain medication. Larys is doing this because 1, he relates to Aegon now. He himself is a cripple, and he wants to help the king, to be a friend to him. The second and much bigger reason is that Aemond, the Prince Regent, does not like him. Larys has plans of his own, but these plans cannot go into action if the person in charge doesn't trust him. And Aemond has made it abundantly clear he does not, and will not be so easily persuaded on things like Aegon. If you re-watch Season 2, whenever Larys speaks to Aegon, Aegon listens. It is one of the reasons why he got rid of Otto's hand. It is also another reason why he didn't meet up with Kristen right away during the conquest of the Crownlands. The only reason Aegon did go was because his mother was being mean, basically calling him useless. So the quicker Aegon gets better, the quicker he will take over as king, then Larys will once again have the king's ear and his plans can continue. From the preview trailer, we know Larys is telling Aegon how Aemond is angry, and there's no telling what he will do. Aemond, last episode, saw the Blacks have 3 more dragon riders, and 2 of those dragons, Silverwing and Vermithor, could go toe-to-toe with Vhagar, his dragon. Not saying they would win, but it's not going to be an easy fight. Aemond knows Vhagar was really the only thing keeping the Blacks away from King's Landing. Nobody could match the beast. Now it's a different story, and Aemond is mad. In the preview trailer, we see a town burning. I think Aemond did this because he is frustrated. But anyways, Larys is telling Aegon this because he wants the king to take back control. Aemond is unhinged at the moment, and would be very difficult for Larys' plan to come to fruition if everyone hates the Greens. In the next shot, we see the Blacks hosting a dinner feast for the new dragon riders. So everyone at the table rides a dragon. Rhaenyra rides Syrax, Baela rides Moondancer, Hugh rides Vermithor, Ulf rides Silverwing, Adam rides Seasmoke, and Jacaerys rides Vermax. So this dinner is kind of a celebration debrief for the new dragon riders. Get them up to speed on the war. Obviously, they aren't going to know about the alliances each side has, and some of the more intimate details of the war that lowborns aren't going to know about. In the trailer, we hear Rhaenyra say that they need to strike while they have the advantage. So Rhaenyra, basically for most of the season, has been pretty timid. It has taken her a while to accept that this is a war. You could say that this passiveness she has displayed has cost the Blacks a lot. It cost Rhaenys and Meleys' life. So she will not make that mistake again. She has the advantage and she plans on using it. So she is discussing strategy with the lot, how they are going to be used in the wars to come. I just want to point this out, Jace does not look happy at all. Jace, being a bastard, because he is one, we all know this, is sensitive about these bastards now sitting with them. He inherits the throne after Rhaenyra, but what if Hugh, for instance, tries to take the throne? Hugh does look like a Targaryen with the silver blonde hair, and he rides the second largest dragon now. Most of the kingdom knows Jace isn't a Velaryon, so some lords could be like, well, Jace is a bastard, why don't we throw one of the other ones up there instead? So Jace feels his position is threatened by these bastards. And I'm sure whatever strategy Rhaenyra has cooked up has Jace basically sidelined, while the others get to do all the fighting, which pisses him off. He is young and he wants glory in battle. In the next shot, we see Aemond with Helaena on a balcony. We know from the preview trailer for Episode 8 that Aemond asks Helaena to fly her dragon Dreamfire into battle. Aemond is desperate. He knows that the Greens have no chance of winning right now if they don't get another dragon rider. His little brother Daemon is coming on his dragon Tessarion, which we also saw in the preview trailer, but Tessarion is rather small. It literally has just gone big enough to carry a rider. Tessarion has no chance against any of the Black Riders, maybe Vermax or Moondancer, but even then it would still be a lot smaller. They need a dragon that can stand against Vermithor or Silverwing, which is what Aemond is worried about. Vhagar is still bigger than both those dragons and could probably win in a 1v1, though it would be a very taxing battle. But if the two came together, Vhagar would stand no chance. Aemond needs another dragon of significance, and Dreamfire, Helena's dragon, is pretty big. She's about the same size or a little bigger than Daemon's dragon Caraxes, so Dreamfire would be a huge help. The only issue is Helaena. She is different. You know what I mean. I don't know how to describe it without being mean. The fact they haven't used her at all and basically just ignore her for the most part shows what everyone thinks of her. So I would love to see her go into battle, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. And I'm sure Aemond gets upset with his sister because he does need her and starts yelling at her, which leads us into this scene with Alicent, their mother. So Alicent comes in the room and starts yelling at Aemond, defending Helaena. Alicent says, "You wish to rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you reign ruin and death." So Alicent is calling out her son here. As I said earlier, Aemond destroyed a town, most likely a black ally, after seeing that the blacks have new dragon riders. He let his anger get the best of him and took his frustration out on the town, killing a bunch of innocent people for basically no reason. Alicent thinks Aemond is a monster. When you commit war crimes, it makes your side look really, really bad. Lords that declared for you may decide not to anymore. It also does not help your standing with the small folk. They already started a riot this season, and they know Rhaenyra sent them food, which is for the most part what they care about. They find out that the Greens are burning cities for no reason. It makes them start to wonder about their allegiance. Like Rhaenyra would never do that. She cares about the small folk. Maybe she should be queen. This mistake might cost the Greens the war. The next still is of Daemon at Harrenhal, and Lord Broom is in the background following him. Last episode, Daemon has finally gotten the Riverlords to join him in his fight against the Greens. It has been a long season for Daemon, and we have finally escaped the nightmare that is Harrenhal. Lord Broom was sent here by Rhaenyra to check in on Daemon and see what's up. In the preview trailer, we hear Lord Broom say, "While you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered." So Lord Broom has not exactly been the biggest fan of Rhaenyra. During the War Council, he would constantly question Rhaenyra, and really was somewhat disrespectful to the would-be queen. Granted, Rhaenyra didn't do herself any favors, but still, you can't speak your mind like that. You have to be a bit more tactful. It would not shock me if Lord Broom suggests that maybe Daemon should be King, not just King Consort. So Daemon would be the one sitting the Iron Throne instead of Rhaenyra. I think Broom has proven that he does not agree with Rhaenyra's tactics and would support Daemon because he's at least doing something. Lord Broom does not know about Rhaenyra getting 3 dragon riders. He left before that happened. Now Daemon has had a personal journey at Harrenhal, all leading to the moment where Ghost Viserys asks him if he still wants the crown. And after all the visions this season, Daemon realizes he doesn't. It is a burden he does not want. So I think when Broom suggests this to Daemon, he will reject it, and then put him in chains and see what Rhaenyra will want to do with him. Because from the preview trailer, we know Rhaenyra and Adam of Hall will be arriving in Harrenhal on their dragons, which means we will see Daemon and Rhaenyra make up as well. And in the last shot, we see Criston Cole sitting at a campfire. He and his forces march to Harrenhal to deal with Daemon. From the preview trailer, we hear Criston saying, "The dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet. We march now toward our annihilation." So Criston does not have high hopes of surviving this next battle. He fully expects to die, and that is because of what he saw at the Battle of Rook's Rest. He saw the kind of destruction dragons can cause during a battle. It does not matter how well provisioned you are, how great of a fighter you are, how great of a strategist you are. If the other side has a dragon, they win. And he knows Daemon has a dragon. And now he has a larger army than Criston because he got the Riverlands to support him. He knows they have no chance, and that is basically what he is telling his men. Now, if Aemond shows up in time, they may stand a chance, since the dragons will be fighting one another, but still, there will be a lot of death. In the preview trailer, we see Gwaine grabs his sword and point it at Criston. Gwaine knows that this isn't exactly good for morale, Cole talking like this, so he's trying to shut him up. He could also be trying to take command, since Criston does not seem fit for it right now. And those are the promo pictures for episode 8. What did you think of them? Leave them down in the comments below, and if you want more House of the Dragon content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.